The world of the dinosaurs is often shrouded in mystery, buried under millions of years of rock and change. But within that mystery lies a remarkable story, a single ancient landscape that changed the course of evolution. This is the story of the Great Valley of Dinosaurs, an ancient haven carved out by nature itself, and the creatures whose lives depended on its existence. In the late Jurassic period, around 150 million years ago, the continents were on the move. The planet was warmer, wetter, and more dynamic than what we know today. In what is now a dry, open region, spanning parts of Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah, there once stretched a vast, lush floodplain, a perfect cradle for life. This was the Morrison Formation, a geological treasure trove that would become one of the richest sources of dinosaur fossils in the world. The Morrison was, in a sense, a great valley, a wide, low expanse where rivers braided and meandered endlessly, dropping silty soil that nourished thick forests and sprawling fern prairies. Its climate was unpredictable, swinging between violent storms and parched dry spells. Yet this environment proved ideal for supporting an explosion of life, setting the stage for a diversity of dinosaurs almost unmatched anywhere else. At the heart of this valley, amidst slow-moving rivers and hidden lakes, ancient forests grew dense and tall. Conifers, cycads, and towering tree ferns dominated the skyline, creating a green shelter for the giants below. This was the world of the sauropods, creatures like Apatosaurus, Diplodocus, and Brachiosaurus, some of the largest land animals ever to live. These gentle giants shared the valley floor in almost unimaginable numbers. Apatosaurus wandered along the riverbanks, stripping branches high overhead. Diplodocus, with its whip-like tail, used its long, low neck to rake soft plants from the ground. Brachiosaurus reached even higher, its nostrils perched atop its head as it browsed leaves few others could reach. The sheer volume of edible plant life in the Great Valley allowed these titans to coexist, each finding its own niche among plenty. Not all Morrison dinosaurs were giants. Herds of Stegosaurus moved warily through the undergrowth, their plated backs catching the sunlight as they searched for low-growing shrubs. Ornithopods, the fleet-footed plant-eaters, darted between trees, ever alert for danger, in the form of the valley's apex predators. Lurking among the shadows were the theropods. Allosaurus, with its powerful jaws and keen senses, was the undisputed hunter of the Morrison ecosystem. As the dominant carnivore, it preyed on injured, sick, or young hadrosaurs and sauropods. Its fossil teeth, sometimes found embedded in the bones of its victims. Other predators, like Ceratosaurus and Torvosaurus, stalked the margins, each specializing in its own way, each keeping the vast valley's inhabitants in evolutionary balance. What made the Great Valley so extraordinary wasn't just its diversity, but the abundance of life it supported over time. The rivers would flood regularly, covering the plains with mud and silt. It was a cycle of death and renewal. When drought struck and herds of dinosaurs crowded shrinking waterholes, the unlucky were preserved in the valley's sediments. In time, these remains fossilized, creating layer upon layer of ancient life, a window into the primeval past. This cycle of life and death also shaped the very landscape. The shifting rivers carved new channels, creating islands and temporary lakes. Over thousands of years, the valley slowly filled with the petrified bones of its largest and smallest inhabitants. In the process, it preserved a record of entire ecosystems, not just the mighty dinosaurs, but the turtles, crocodiles, frogs, and insects that shared their world. But why did the Morrison, or the Great Valley, produce such a spectacular fossil record when so many other habitats did not? The answer lies in its unique combination of stability and change. The valley was wet and filled with life, but it was also geologically active. Its rivers carried plenty of sediment to bury and protect the remains of ancient animals, while periodic droughts concentrated life and death in the same places year after year. Long after the dinosaurs vanished, wind and water eroded the layers of stone, slowly revealing the secrets of the Great Valley. In the 19th and 20th centuries, fossil hunters came to these badlands and began to unearth the bones of the giants. Today, places like Dinosaur National Monument are reminders of this ancient world, a testament to the power of deep time and the extraordinary abundance that once filled the lost Valley of Dinosaurs. Beneath our feet lies the evidence of not just creatures, but an entire vanished world. The Morrison's Great Valley reminds us that life, in all its forms, is shaped as much by landscape and water as by evolution itself. The story of the dinosaurs is, in the end, the story of a place. A valley of abundance, competition, and survival, etched in stone for anyone willing to look back far enough in time.